We are here and we are live at 9 o'clock if you're catching this for the first time as it is live. Second Cup of Sunrise podcast on this Wednesday, December 17th. He's James. I'm Brennan.
Good morning.
I like the outfit.
Thank you.
It's
yes.
nice.
We're a little bit warmer, but still obviously cold. So downsize to the cardigan, I think.
How about this when we started our show this morning? Everyone well above freezing. It was nice.
Yeah,
a little break.
That's right. Hey, I'm running a little hot over here on the ears. Can you two drop a little audio for me here?
How's that?
That's better.
That's
Thank
better.
You. Yes.
See, there are like
we
18 of us that host these shows and run everything.
And I'm always running late, coming in 45 seconds before the show. So
Yes. It's always just whoever's here, we're going to talk.
Yeah,
and
so I appreciate that. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is my usually in work style outfit. Sometimes I'll wear this at home, but comfortable. And this is also, I think we both are feeling Christmas vibes with the outfits as well.
These a tie I picked up. These are shot skis.
Shot skis.
So
yeah, there you go.
Nice way.
I like it.
If that's how you like to.
Do you dress
indulge.
up? What do you wear at the Christmas party?
For our Christmas party or the family?
Well, whatever.
Either one. Family, I've got go-to holiday sweater. We talked about ugly sweaters yesterday. It's kind of in that category.
Sure.
It works for both. I could wear it to an ugly sweater party, or I could wear it in, well, at least I think, a nice sweater. Yeah.
Okay.
That. What about you? You got? Is it the same outfit?
Very boring. Yes.
Yeah.
I usually wear like a white or a blue sweater, and that's it. I got like the same outfit.
You have boy and a girl, but matching outfits?
Yeah. We do,
for holidays?
Pajamas.
Yeah.
It's mostly pajamas. We have matching like football sweaters. It's like says game day. They both have one.
Well, that's fun.
So that's cool. And then a lot of pajamas match as well. But that's really about it.
Whole family set?
We have one whole family set of like black and white patchy. That's pretty cool.
I have a story about this.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
So every 2 or 3 years, we do the Robusto family trip.
Yes.
That whole side of the family, we go somewhere, big outing. And then the other every 2 or 3 years, kind of like the Olympics, winter and summer games. So we do the Summers family trip. A couple of years ago, we say we're going to Knoxville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg.
Love it.
That area of the
Beautiful
Smokies.
area.
It's awesome. So it's what everybody does. You get a whole family, rent a big cabin, and that's what you do. Stay for the week. So we did that during the summertime. It wasn't holidays. And as we're getting ready to go, there are going to be probably 12 to 14 of us in total.
Yeah.
They say we're all getting matching family pajamas.
Ah, yes, of course.
And I said, no, we're not.
Yeah.
And they said, yes, we're all going to get it and take that photo of inside a cabin, everyone out there.
Man.
And I say,
You deny.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it.
Why the resistance?
It's just I think it's just corny, that
Tacky.
whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they get some, and they are an off-white kind of a vanilla with black pinstripes.
Oh, so you
They
say I'll
look
take
like
the picture.
from Brother, Where Art Thou? It looks like some inmates of everyone like in the yard taking the
Yeah,
picture.
sure.
And so they all had them, and they had a photo. I do not own that pair.
Wow, that's funny. you opted out.
And it's not, I mean, I can naturally be a contrarian, but this was, no, I just didn't want anything to do with it. And
Not
so
your thing.
our girls, for Christmas, they do have some matching pajamas. And then for the holidays, Jackie, my mother-in-law, got everyone some red dresses, some candy cane pants. So they had that. And I said, we get one shot at this. Of having everyone on at the same thing. They need to see everyone else having it on. And we did squeeze out some photos, and they're like, wear it again on Christmas Eve. And I was like, good luck with that. Yeah, we'll
Do
see.
your girls like to match?
Depends on the mood.
Sure.
Yeah, depends on what day it is.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be, atomic reaction one day. It could be all in the next day where they're holding hands and taking it.
For
so
sure.
We got our photos, and as soon as we showed up, because we had the in-laws, the cousins who live in Charleston, they came to town a couple weeks, 2 weekends ago, and we all showed up. We did Christmas with them. As soon as everyone got there, we were like, everybody by the tree, and they were all happy in the movement. Like, this is it. This is our moment. This is not 15 minutes of fame. This is 5 seconds of get the photos, and we got them all then. And after that, pants were coming off, stuff was spilling, done with it. Yes.
Yeah, chaos ensues.
Yes.
The tears come out.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what we did.
That's a smart call.
I want to pull up the pictures that you shared for the sunrise and sunset.
Yes. Very nice.
How about this from This was this morning.
This was both of them were this morning, but
Yeah.
I did mention that last night was very nice.
It was. That was. And then looking
That
out
looked
from the
similar
studio.
to what we had last night.
It was.
Yeah. Did you see the one from last night?
Yes, we were out at the library just playing, and
Yeah.
we got there for almost 2 hours. And then I'm like, guys, it's dark. We got to go. I mean, it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we step outside and look west, and
Yeah.
the sky was on fire.
There it
Pink,
was.
cotton candy, blue, yellow, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. So I'll show you the video that I got. So this is the front yard, right?
Let's see. You got that.
Line it up with the
Look at
camera.
that.
So that's gorgeous. Okay. Now I'm going to put the audio on because that's the best part.
Oh, that's
So
so,
that is my that is sadness, by the way, because the crying and the tears are very very close to each other. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you can't really tell if you're actually hearing crying or laughter.
Yeah.
That was crying, and basically. We've had an issue at the Gilbert household of wanting to carry around our blankies, you know, but when we carry them around, we trip on them and fall and hit our head, basically.
Yes.
That has happened on more than one occasion. So
Slow down, slow down, slow down.
we made a rule of no blankies downstairs. They have to stay upstairs.
Ooh.
So the entire afternoon, I am battling my 2-year-old to not go upstairs and get the blanket. So that was last night of I am going to hold you and squeeze you as hard as I can so you don't try to get away as I'm taking this video of the sunset. So I was like, I'm just sure so many people are just sitting and enjoying the sunset, and I'm pulling my hair out because my kid will not stop screaming because all she wants us to do is run around with this blanket.
It is that falling and hitting the head. It is a great fear. Our girls up and down the wooden stairs. Hold my breath. I'm like, we don't play on that.
Right.
And then if we're ever, there's no running in the house. Too many sharp points on different columns around the stairs.
Right.
And they'll do stuff like they have very thin blankets or shawls or whatever it may be, like rainbow, unicorn, different colors, and to put that on the head and add like a ghost. And I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm just like holding my breath. Like, don't hit anything.
Right.
It's by your feet. Stop.
Yeah, because you're going to slide on your feet and you're just going to fall.
And just watch out. Yes.
Yeah, so it's a constant battle. It's the same thing. We don't play on the stairs. Okay, what do? They go right to the stairs and play. Don't do that. They go right to it.
Blankies upstairs.
The blankets stay
like
upstairs. Yeah. So, you know, we've done this before where you put a boundary on and they cry about it for 24 hours and then they stop.
It's fine. Then it becomes a thing.
They just get over it.
Yeah.
You know, so you fight through the tears. So it was a teary sunset last night.
And everyone enjoying it.
Yeah.
I do love this part of the country. I don't really remember it anywhere else I worked in. Maybe it's just because it's cloudy 220 days out of the year, whatever it is here. But it is all of Rochester and the Finger Lakes. When there's a good sunset or sunrise, you know.
Yeah.
And if you're not posting it online,
Yeah.
you're the one that's left out.
It
You're
didn't
the
happen.
one- no, it is just everyone's like, get outside. So we enjoyed that. And then they say you got to race home before it gets completely dark.
Sure.
So that's what I end up with.
Right.
And they're like, you got to hurry. And I'm like trying to get on 104 and get home. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I'll share that because I was alone with the girls for much of the night last night.
Yeah.
Steph, who's taken on so many jobs, everything she does besides being a wonderful mom, a Girl Scout troop leader.
Yeah.
And she had some training to go to last night for cookie season.
Ooh,
Getting ready for that. And I was like, okay, this will be a info session, just kind of town hall thing, show up and talk about it. She said this was like Regents exams.
Whoa.
And testing for and like courses.
Of her. Like
For-
to see if she's
For
ready
courses of like just
Coaching and stuff.
getting everyone ready for what's going on, how it works, how you get to set up in this place or another or when.
Yeah, sure. There's kind of rules and stuff.
So much for that. And then she said, I got to taste a new flavor that's coming out. It's called Explore More's. This is Rocky Road ice cream.
It's an Oreo.
Flavor inspired. Yes. So
Ish.
they say the wait is over. You can finally get your hands on the newest Girl Scout cookie, Explore More's. Again, Rocky Road ice cream. How it came up: chocolate, marshmallow, toasted almond cream. It'll have you wanting to scoop up every last package. Troops are ready to take your orders for Explore More's and have that.
Wow.
Let me see this real quick. They have a video.
Got the ukulele going.
Ooh, it's really good.
The money we earned from the cookie booth was to go camping.
Running your own cookie business, it really helps like teach kids financial responsibilities.
When you're outside in Girl Scouts, you get to be active, have fun, and get to hang out with new people.
I really like the new cookie.
Nice.
I really do
There you
like
go.
it.
When does the sale season start?
I
know?
think some have started, but really February, March.
Okay.
I think that's when I'll be
Yeah.
door to door.
Right.
Here I go.
Yeah, pushing it out. I feel like now would be the time. You know,
Just go. People want something for the holidays.
That's what I'm saying.
Do that. Have it
So
around.
You do it either like December 1st, and you skip January because I feel like people are kind of trying to be on a little bit of a health kick.
Yeah,
you know,
at
you
least
kinda
for
go
3
in-
weeks.
You go swing the other direction. So it's either now or February, March. I think that's an appropriate time
Yeah.
for it. So I'll look for it.
It was, she said, hey, you might have to start doing bedtime because this is intense. This is training still going on. I was
Sure.
like, you can't just walk out. And she was like, no. And she came home and she was like, wow,
Yeah.
that was a real deal.
Sure,
Yeah.
because you don't want to. You're soliciting really. So
Yeah,
you
and
gotta
it's-
be
yeah.
careful when you do that.
The rules, which troop gets to do what, when, and where, and how you can get that opportunity. So I'm learning all of this.
The competition in
secondhand.
between troops. And
There it
things
is.
Like that.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes. So whenever I come walking around work with that list,
Yeah, that's
I'll-
right. I'll sign up for a box.
pull Brooklyn out of school, and we will go around
Yeah.
here and do all the knocking on the doors. So we'll have that. Couple of things kind of in the news today as we're getting closer to Christmas. Found an interesting thing here. So whenever we come up with the holidays, the local TSA reps and airport officials, they always have press conferences, and they typically say the same things about make sure you've got your documentation, the real IDs, everything like that. They do always say show up at the airport 2 hours early, which I mean in Rochester, people have flown here, you know you don't have to. But
No, I
whenever
think
you're
an hour's probably appropriate.
whenever you're coming back, maybe you're getting on. If you're seeing someone in Atlanta, yes. If you're coming back from LaGuardia or Newark, sure. But then for this holiday season, they said this, and I'd actually never heard this before.
We see a lot of presents over the holiday season. Keep in mind that we want you to use gift bags if possible, because if you come with anything that's wrapped, we do have to search it and we will have to open it. So it's best to get the gift bag as opposed to the presents that are wrapped.
Never even thought about that.
Yeah, we not only we will have to search it, but we'll have to open it.
Yes. And we will
No matter what it looks
see,
like with the
we'll-
scanner.
We'll probably have a joke with you, but you're
Yeah.
and I don't think they're gonna take a little letter opener or just a small little blade and slice
Oh,
it
yeah,
carefully
no.
where you can put it back together. No, it's probably gonna be just like our
Yeah.
our children, just ripping it apart and looking inside, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a sweater.
Yeah. I mean, it reminds me of my burritos that I used to bring to the
What?
airport. I used to bring. That's my go-to travel breakfast. Always would do a morning flight. I would bring a burrito, like a good breakfast burrito, and I would wrap it up in foil. And they would always stop me because I'd have it in my carry-on, and they'd have to look at it and be like, "What's this?" I'm like, "It's a burrito." They'd be like, "What's in it?" I'm like, "Lettuce, tomato, beans, cheese," and then they would have to put gloves on and physically open it up and peek in. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Yup, it's a burrito, and then send me on my way. Happened every time.
Every time, just to examine it. and
Yeah,
look at
to
it.
look at my burrito. Yeah, so that's what it reminds
Did they
me of.
fully open it once they got past the foil?
They would. That's a good question. I don't know if they
They
literally opened
unwrap it. Yeah.
They might have peeked
They
in
know.
to the
Yeah.
ingredients. I mean, you scan it already. Like, what's going to be in there?
We a couple of times we've gotten stopped for some extra screening, and it was once we became parents, we'll go through, and all of a sudden I'll see Stephanie, and it's her because she's got all the kids' stuff, backpack. She'll get pulled over, and I'm like, "What are they looking for?" And she's like, water babies. So baby dolls that have water that you put in them. Sometimes we'll forget to take that out, and it's liquid, however many ounces.
Oh,
and so they
sure.
want to know what's inside that. So they'll pull
Yeah.
out this goofy baby doll, strip it down, open the back, make sure the water's
man.
out or whatever, and just to make sure. So that's one thing we got to remember.
Bring
But
the empty water bottle. Do you think that rule's going to change? I heard rumors that they were going to change that rule, the 4-ounce rule.
on the liquids, I
Yeah.
don't know. I haven't heard that one
Because they
we
changed
did the shoes.
We did the shoes.
Yes.
And I thought there was rumors that the 4-ounce thing would change too.
Belts are still having to come off, right? That's another one that's
As long as they're metal,
tricky,
probably.
yeah.
If it's a rope,
yeah
around your
and, like,
waist.
sometimes it's a watch. sometimes not.
Yeah.
Depending on
watches.
a
Yeah,
necklace.
that's a good
Yeah.
point.
And I always, whenever I go through and like, there's the traditional metal detectors, and then there's the full body scan.
Right.
And it just kind of depends on how many people are going through, what you go
Yeah.
through. And then they've got the big tube machines that look like an MRI machine, which is
Yeah.
probably what it is.
Right.
And those, they're nice, but sometimes they take a bit. But just experiences with travel. We did ask for What's Up Rock this morning as we keep going with the holidays. Gifts under the tree,
Yes.
stockings on the fireplace. What do you open first?
Yes. So we do stockings, and my mother texted me because she was watching this morning, and she said that your father always quote my mom. Your father always wanted to do the presents first. I always wanted to do the stockings first. So I think we alternated, if I
That's how they
remember,
did
as
that.
kids. But I always like the stockings just because they're smaller things, this,
Yeah.
that, and the other, some candy, and then you can get to the big stuff.
We were always growing up, it was what was under the tree. Santa at our house did not wrap everything.
Oh,
He saved some time.
there you go. I like that.
Everything was just out.
There's something might be right there you can
Yeah.
just start playing with.
It was, we would wake up with the parents and run in there and just see it and just stare at it for 3 hours because we probably woke up at 3 or 4
Yeah,
o'clock then.
right.
The stuff that was in the stocking, Santa liked to put our fireworks in there. So bottle rockets,
Oh,
whatever.
that's
So
fun.
that was popular. So our girls, they usually do the presents and then we move on to the stockings. But it was overwhelming. People were with you. It was almost like 85% saying
Yeah.
stockings
Right.
first.
Yeah,
And
that's
even then
interesting.
eat and then do some presents.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'm like, let's go.
kids.
Yeah.
So we did some practice past couple of days. And
Okay.
this is Lauren's idea, my wife's idea, because she's the smart one. So she, and like I totally support this. We have done things where last week we took like a bunch of random gift boxes and stuff, and we wrapped like some forks or
Oh.
an avocado or like old toys of Mason's, and we would give it to him. And we'd say, okay, here you go. And he would open it up, and it would be something like basic or silly
Yeah.
around the house to train him to understand that when aunts and uncles give you gifts that you do not like, you can say, thank you, I appreciate this, and then move on. Not,
Yeah.
what is this? I didn't want this. I didn't ask for this.
I didn't want a fork or an
Yeah.
avocado that
So-
won't be ready.
Exactly. So we've been training him to do that. And then also we like took some random things and wrapped them and then told them what was in it, but said, this is going to sit over here and you can look at it, but understand that you cannot open it because there are times. So we've been like kind of training him, like this is how the holiday should run.
That's great. Good testing. You reminded
Yeah,
me, and I was just
exactly.
pulling up here on my phone. The girls practice gift wrapping, and this was they wrap mom.
Oh, that's funny.
So we had
Yeah.
they have little toy scissors, and part of the things with learning is one of like the great things you can do, the safe ones that you can order for kids.
Yeah.
Just practice their skills of each hand and cutting,
Sure.
you
Cutting
know,
is just
around the edges,
essential.
everything. Yes, and so they went through, and gift wrapping is not cheap, and they found a huge roll, and they just a bunch of strips.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
Steph came home that night. She put on her PJs, and then the girls were like, "We're gonna wrap you," and it was
That's
tape
funny.
everywhere on the hair, on
Oh,
the
yeah.
shoulder. Enjoyed that. So that was how they kind of got
Love
going
it.
on that.
Yeah, yeah.
More
That's
coming
cool.
your way on the pod. Want to talk about a ticket fiasco and some black suits.
Ooh.
Interesting. Coming up. Back here on the pod this Wednesday morning, the 17th of December, second cup of sunrise with James. I'm Brennan, your championship winning or cup winning New
Cup
York
winning,
Knicks.
yeah.
The NBA Cup. How about that last night?
Yeah,
Beat the Spurs and
pretty
Victor
cool.
Wembanyama. Yeah.
Pretty cool. Great to see. Good to know that they can do that. You know, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been a long time, 50 years since they've won the actual
Yep.
championship. And the cup is pretty new, right? Over the past few years, they've done it.
Yeah, they wanted something
In-season
because
tourney.
it got to a point where we're all like, okay, Christmas Day, that's when the American public's getting into the NBA.
Right.
They had owned that day, and then a lot of people were like, oh, talk to me in March, April after the Final Four
Right.
playoff push. There we go. And a lot of people, that's when you really get into it. And they said,
Just
we
to
got to
spark interest.
do something to have it. And so it's a side tournament. Soccer does it with the European leagues and the Champions League where they all compete throughout the year. And they've made it work. They played in Vegas. I saw some talk that they may look at some college venues for the final, like Cameron where Duke plays, or
okay.
Faga, the field house where Kansas plays, anything
Yeah.
like that. But good for them. It was good. But
Yeah.
they're peaking too early. They're peaking too early. Yes.
I mean, if you look at the standings, they're doing pretty darn well.
Yeah.
They're in second place behind Detroit, I think, right now.
Pistons been good.
Pistons are very
They're on
good.
a roll. It was like something like 15 games, it felt like, in a row.
They
Yeah.
almost beat New York in the quarters last year.
Yeah.
I think it was in the playoffs. That was a very good series by them. So I think they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Some of
right
the
now in the East.
Some of the players, Carl Anthony Towns, I think he said the bonus money he's getting, he was giving to a charity. So that was a nice touch
cool.
too. Speaking of money and some people that can be greedy, there's this whole World Cup ticket fiasco going on. So next year, that's when the Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. hosting the World Cup. Big deal. They've expanded the tournament, even more teams. And when this was announced, so 8 years ago, when they got the bid, FIFA, which runs football, soccer around the world, said it's gonna be the people's game. So we'll have tickets as low as maybe $20 to $60 to get into this.
Sure.
And so then they come out and they say, we're going to do a ticket lottery system, multiple waves. Anyone can enter. It'll be millions of people. And the prices that started to come out were like, wait a second.
Yeah.
And people are like, you're boxing people out. The cheapest prices were like $180. But if you wanted to see Canada's first game, you're getting up to around $1,000 to get in.
Sure.
And the World Cup final, which is going to be where the Giants and Jets play in East Rutherford, $4,000 starting face value.
Oh, man.
The Super Bowl, they resell $6-7 to get in, but that was like going to be starting.
Yeah.
And it just public backlash over this. And
sure.
finally, yesterday, FIFA said, we're going to change it. We'll allow some people to get in through longtime fans that are members of like the U.S. Federation or England's football club. If you follow the national team, you can get some of those prices, but it was wild. I did look at Toronto, some of the ones they're going to play at a smaller stadium there where the MLS team is. It's like $180 to get in the door for some of those games, which is nice. But Canada's first game was like $2,000 or so up there.
So the tournament they're going to have games in New York, in Toronto, in Mexico.
Yeah, it's going to be Boston, Philly. There's Monterey,
It's kind of weird, isn't
Guadalajara, Toronto, Vancouver. They're all hosting it, and they did make the field bigger, but that's how they wanted to award it. Just
Seems
three
kind
nations.
Of a pain, isn't it?
It was awarded to the North American continent, and so the teams are playing kind of regionally. Like maybe teams will have multiple games in Houston and Atlanta. The U.S. is playing everything on the West Coast, so they're until the knockout stages, so they wouldn't be here. But
So last time it was in Qatar, right?
yes, which is
like
50 square miles,
It's like
whatever it was.
It's like the tiniest place, but
Yeah.
of course they have the resources where they
Yeah.
can pay incredibly low wages to where they literally can instantly build a stadium within a year. So
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
have obviously different means. They got the oil money out there.
Yes,
But still, it's so funny. It's just comparing the last time to this time.
and European minds trying to comprehend how we travel, just everything in car.
Yeah, right.
None
exactly.
of the public
That-
transportation.
It's true in true North America fashion. You have to drive 1,000 miles to the next game.
It is for sure. We've got about 2 minutes. I'll try to make this quick. I wore a black suit today.
Yes,
I usually don't ever.
you look good.
Just because it's no, thank you. Do you have one?
I was thinking I have a 3-button black suit, which is rare. You usually don't have those. I got it this in like high school. It doesn't fit at all. I
Yeah.
need to get it tailored again. So I'm gonna put that in the no category because I would
Yeah.
never wear it.
Because it's gray, anything you can get away with, like navy or anything like that.
Yeah.
Black, you have to wear like mostly just a white shirt,
Yes.
usually, or a black tie or anything. And it's one that I have, and I got it way back when I got a navy one and a black one, and
It's dark.
that one stays in the closet,
Yeah.
usually, most of the time.
You just figured today's the day for black.
I had it. I had the black pants, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to
Yeah.
pull this one out there and put it on. And then that's whenever I asked you, and you're like, funny
Yeah.
you should mention.
Yeah. I got that
had
old 3-button black suit.
So you don't button all of them unless you're at a funeral. Is that part of the,
Oh gosh,
the old
maybe.
saying?
Yeah. I mean,
You don't ever button 3 always 2, and then if it's 2 buttons, just always the top.
The top one.
Yeah, have
Right.
that. That's how we'll wrap up
so
this show
funny.
because it's so on point for us.
Yeah.
All right, we will be on your TV at noon here on the pod coming up tomorrow. Bye.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.